Hello Capricorn, welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for June. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could have already played out. It's playing out right now or is about to happen. We have some pretty potent Capricornian energies coming in, and it's likely going to aspect one of your major placements. So keep in mind, Capricorn, this is for any major placements. Your sun, your moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, even your north node. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, share the video. It does help circulate the content. It helps the channel to grow. It's just a nice, free, easy way to show me some support. We're cutting the deck and we get Libra energy and we get the Ascendant. So perhaps you are a Libra Ascendant with some major Capricornian energies, but I do feel a core wound being activated, and when I looked up, the timer was at 55 seconds, and that is the Ace of Swords energy. So there's some truth being exposed in the month of June, and this is to create balance, maybe even to get you to move on from something. And so they're showing me the Chariot card and the Nine of Wands with the Libra card, which is asking you to seek that balance, to create that balance. So you might have a lot of Libra in your chart, Capricorn, but you're entering into, I think, a very healing portal of energies. And so we've got two Capricorn full moons coming up here. So if you are a Capricorn sun or moon or rising, these energies are going to be conjunct at some point within this double full moon portal, and then you're going to be in opposition to that moon in Cancer. And so, and in between the full moons, we do have a new moon in Cancer, and so there's some type of karmic rebalancing taking place in the month of June, Capricorn. And so you might be at a crossroads, at a pivot point, and I don't think this decision is made lightly. I do feel there is a core wound being triggered, and maybe this is a commitment wound, but there is a need to recognize any imbalances within partnerships. So we also have the South Node in Libra, and so this is bringing up issues from the past connected to relationships. This is also bringing forward past lovers. So really pay attention to the sixth house. Where are you at in your life? I feel an underlying Four of Cups energy connected to your day-to-day life. The sixth house is the house where we create sustainability. This is the house that is connected to our day-to-day life, our health, our values, possibly even our job, our career. And so something here I feel is being re-evaluated. That Four of Cups energy coming through is telling me you feel like you are suppressed in your day-to-day life, and whether this is an external suppression or something coming from inside the house, inside of you, this needs to be addressed. Oh yeah, there is something here being reviewed, and I think this isn't easy to digest. And so it's kind of harvest time. I do feel it's time to make a decision as to where you're going next. And so we've got a couple retrograde energies coming through. We do have Saturn stationing retrograde on the 29th this month. And I do believe Neptune's going to be stationing retrograde in July. And so this is a major review of patterns, ancestral patterns, relationship patterns, trauma bonds. And I do feel there might be an unexpected choice in love. There is a need to review what needs to change. And so the change card just come flying out, landed right on the sixth house, sustainability. And so there's going to be some changes when it comes to your day-to-day life. And I think maybe you've been a little resistant to these changes, and this retrograde energy is saying you can't avoid these changes. And so I also feel like a Knight of Wands energy, and so I think things are on the fence. Somebody here I feel is sitting on the fence when it comes to choosing a direction, and I think it's like this energy of all in or all out. There's no more sitting on the fence. There's no more in between. And so get ready to make a very discomforting, debilitating decision, and this is to create some type of balance, freedom. They're showing me the Temperance card, so you could be dealing with somebody with prominent Sagittarius, or Sagittarius energy is coming through. And so I think you've spiraled through a decision many times over. 444 now on the timer. This is all about foundation, sustainability. Are you dealing with a masculine energy in a Four of Cups? They're showing me an Emperor in reversed energy. Somebody here that's internalizing a deep struggle. So somebody here might be hiding depression or hiding an addiction. And I think you've really been on the fence about choosing, should I keep nurturing this? And so something I think is reaching some type of completion. 29 is the analytical degree when it comes to astrology, when it comes to closing out a cycle. And so I think maybe you've really nurtured something here that does need to die away. This Ceres is an asteroid that is found in our birth chart. And it is all about self-nurturance, I find. 29 is the completion. 29, something here is reaching an ending, I feel. And with all endings do come new beginnings, renewals. And we all go through many transformational stages within our own personal lives. But this feels like the Grim Reaper energy. And so maybe you've avoided an ending. But I feel that North Node in Taurus, we are still, I feel, collectively closing out that South Node in Scorpio. You could be dealing with somebody with a North Node or South Node in Taurus or Scorpio here. And so this is about mastering a lesson. Maybe you are a teacher to this person. Maybe this person is a teacher to you. And it's not like people come along our path and say, hey, I'm teaching you. I'm your teacher. That's not how it works. But we come across many connections that are either, you know, student-teacher dynamics or they're equal dynamics, but there's something here about the past. The past is coming back up, I think. Maybe the past has always been a block. And so this retrograde is really getting you to go within. Somebody here, I want to say, also has tunnel vision. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. Maybe you're dealing with somebody whose ex is a Taurus. But I think something here needs to be either rebirthed, needs to be let go of, needs to be released. I feel there's some type of death energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but I think you've had your head up in the clouds here, maybe even romanticizing or fantasizing, and there is a need to address a lack of balance here. So is this situation balanced? So there might even be something to deal with the law, with the courts. I think of like the justice energy. I think of the court system, but there is going to be a fair and just decision made, and there is something here triggering a core wound. And so get ready to, I think, complete a cycle. There is going to be a very tense conversation connected to you. Get ready for some tense communication. And this might be connected to a child. But let's go a little bit further with the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And let's see what else needs to come through for you, Capricorn. We do have Uranus in Taurus right now. And so change is coming for sure, connected to values and money, even the House of Money. Oh, look at that. Balance. There's that temperance energy that I felt. And then we get the Six of Coins. So something here needs to be balanced out. Definitely sixth house energy. And so sometimes we put good out there and it takes a long time for that good to come back to us. I do feel there's something about paying off some karmic debt here. I don't know if there's successful compromise, but you are needing to master some self-control here. Maybe you shared your wealth with somebody less fortunate and it's time to receive. We could be talking to somebody here that might have a disability. Doesn't have to be, but I feel there's something about a change in money, a change in financial circumstance. So let's get into it. Yeah, I think you've been feeling trapped when it comes to a decision, when it comes to trying to create balance and patience. Maybe you've had a lot of patience with somebody. I think you're in some type of an illusion. I feel some type of entrapment. I think maybe you've been lacking self-confidence to break free. I think maybe somebody knows how to tug on your heartstrings and it's making you feel a little bit helpless. And so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to break free in order to create that balance in your life. So let's get into it. Let's do 9 cards for you, Capricorn, and let's see what else needs to come through for the month of June. I'd also like to mention very quickly that I do have a membership side of the channel. If you would like to join me over on the membership side, I go live every Thursday at noon. I'm going to do an open forum today on the channel. So if you haven't joined, feel free to join before I go live at noon today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is just going to be a nice open forum discussion today. And so I'm taking questions. We're gonna talk about all of these questions that you might have. And so it's just a fun place to grow, a safe place to grow as a family, as a tribe. Also, if you would like to book a reading, I just put a special on my transit chart readings. Perfect time to book in a transit chart reading if you're wondering what the heck is going on with these current energies in your awakening journey right now. And so renewal in reversed. That's the judgment in reversed. And so I heard bad company. I heard bad karma. And so there might be some karma playing out here. But this is fated. And so there might be a fated karmic cycle coming to an end. And so things, I think, if they've been delayed, this is definitely the past coming back around. Somebody here needs to go back to something when it comes to completing a cycle or closing out a cycle. And so we've got all of the fixed signs coming out: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and there's something playing out when it comes to some karma from the past. And so there's a block when it comes to freedom. Somebody here, I feel, is entrapped. There is a need to embrace spiritual enlightenment. There's change around the corner, but I don't think it's feeling very good. We get the 9 of Cups in reversed. We get the Queen of Coins in reversed. Are you lacking self-worth and self-value? That's your energy, Capricorn, earth energy. And so I'm not saying that's you, but that is earth energy. And so have you forgotten to take a sensible approach to things here? The Queen of Coins can be very materialistic, very needy, very clingy, doesn't know her worth for sure, is definitely not practical with her money, struggles with money. You could have fear over money right now. Maybe you're dependent on somebody for maybe their half of the bills, their half of the money. That's interesting. Oh, we get the Knight of Cups in reverse. You're dealing with a smiling liar here, Capricorn. That's what it looks like to me. And I think you're holding on because of the money. Because of the money. Somebody here is holding on because of the money. And so there's definitely a love bomber here coming through. They came in and swept somebody off their feet, and they only were in it for the money. Yeah. So I think they're really not in it for love, for peace, for contentment. They're in it for the money. There's a false foundation here for sure. And there is a queen here that needs to find her get up and go and to take some action. And so what's on the bottom of the deck? So there is an opportunity for a new beginning, but I think you got to release a loveless situation. You got to release a loveless situation. There's a pattern here, and it's connected to your ego. So there is a pattern here for sure that needs to be released, and maybe you're holding on because of the kids. Something about the kids. The kids are coming through. Very strong children are coming through. So revisiting with the children, something about the children. There might be a new opportunity to rekindle a relationship with the children. But I feel somebody here is romanticizing, over-romanticizing. There's a need to withdraw too. If you're giving to somebody, stop over-giving. This is not your wish fulfillment. And I think maybe the last 9 months has been a process of coming out of disillusionment. There's almost this energy of like cognitive dissonance playing out. And so I think you're kind of in this freeze or this holding pattern when it comes to a foundation. It's like maybe you want a fresh start, but I feel you are encouraged to progress forward. I don't think this person really is emotionally invested. I think they like to flirt. I think they like to come in and be romantic. I think they're fickle. They don't really have a lot to invest. They come in, they sweep you off your feet, they romanticize you, and then they withdraw. Then they withdraw their emotions. And so it keeps you in this state of almost like cognitive dissonance where you got these two opposing viewpoints, and it's like, hey, this person shows me this side of them, and then they withdraw, and then I'm confused and I see another side of them. And so it's like the Jekyll and Hyde syndrome playing out here is kind of what it feels like. Maybe you're dealing with somebody with Gemini. But I think this person creates fear surrounding stability, or maybe you've invested a lot financially and there's some type of financial entanglement here, which you're afraid to break free of because maybe you weren't really practical with your spending. Maybe there was some overspending here, but there is a need to walk away. And so we get the Devil card in reverse and the 8 of Cups. And so I think you're awakening to see things in a whole new light. Like, is this true and deep love Probably not. It's probably some type of trauma bond, or somebody here I think is just unwilling to grow up or accept responsibility for maybe a situation in the past with their children. That's also coming through. And so there's like a release. Maybe this person is trying to make amends with their children, but I really don't feel like the emotions in it. And so I just feel like a release. And maybe you didn't manage your resources wisely here. Somebody didn't manage their resources wisely. And so I do feel there's an emotional block. Somebody here keeps looking at it, right? The Jekyll and Hyde, the black and white. And so there's some type of an addiction here or unhealthy pattern between you and this person that does need to be addressed, because this person is not emotionally available. And I think you have just overgiven and you don't even know how to proceed. It's like you're stuck. You're stuck in this freeze energy. So something about this double full moon portal is going to maybe force you to make a decision about this situation, because I think you're being asked to change your priorities. Maybe you're going to be asking somebody to move out or leave your home, or maybe somebody is choosing to pack up and leave home on a spiritual quest. But there's big changes on the horizon is really what this energy is telling me, Capricorn. And so how can you embrace your uniqueness and see this situation in a whole new light? So that is Pisces energy too. That's the Hanged Man. And so with this retrograde energy playing out, I think when Saturn goes retrograde, there might be like a karmic reckoning playing out here. And there might even be an unexpected choice in lovers coming through. But I think you need to recover from a failed relationship here. So let's clarify the Queen of Coins in reverse, because it does feel like very stuck. Very stuck. And I do feel the timing for this would be in between the full moon portal. So there is victory for the taking. And so make a wise choice. Make a wise choice. I do feel you are encouraged to go towards success. I think it's time to recognize the red flags in this relationship. I'm seeing red flags everywhere. Okay, and so the victory isn't in holding on, though. So I think there needs to be an ending. I don't feel a renewal. And so that's the Death card in reversed. And then the Dreamer. And so you got to take a leap of faith. There's so much fear when it comes to a new beginning, because I think this person might have held you back for a long time. Somebody here is going through a profound transformation, and you need to trust yourself. You need to take a leap of faith, and you need to trust yourself. And so I think you're kind of stuck, frozen in time, while you gather an onslaught of information. I think maybe you also received poor advice. Maybe you have been overly reliant on tarot card readers. So take some time to go within. I also feel you've been watching this person. You've been trying to gain wisdom, and they do know how to confuse you. I think it's time to get to the root cause here. Get to the root of a dishonest situation. I just feel like lies, tell me sweet little lies. You got a master manipulator here that you're dealing with that has really kept you stuck and depleted and drained and suppressed and almost in a state of prolonged depression. And I think you're failing to recognize the change that you can create. Like, this just feels like not sustainable. It's not sustainable. And so I think you're getting a wake-up call. I also feel third party. It's like somebody tried to sneak away and they got to go back. They got to go back. You can't sneak away from stuff without completing the cycle wholly and fully. Somebody's got to go back to something that was incomplete. So there could be an embarrassing secret coming out. I think somebody here was dishonest, maybe with you, maybe with a lot of people, Capricorn. And I think they might be going through a huge material loss, but it's going to lead to something new. So where are you going? Where are you headed, Capricorn? Because I feel you're independent. Maybe you're glowing. I think maybe this is bringing forward a new motivational talent of some sort. But there is a need for balance here. There is a need for balance, that black cat. So I just feel like maybe you're like superstitious right now or something. But you're like, I think you're pulling the plug. You're ending this situation. You're the action taker. The Queen of Wands is the one taking action up, right? She's ending a situation that I think has maybe brought her a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. I think relief is going to be around the corner. I think the worst is already over. And so I think you're choosing to end a situation, and you're ready to put in the work when it comes to creating balance in your life. And so I think maybe you're learning all you can about somebody's ex. Maybe you've been learning all you can about somebody's ex, and maybe The truth of that ending as well. Something is going on here when it comes to moving on. And so somebody's ex, I feel, is also involved. But I feel it really is time for you to put in the work, to maintain compromise, to maintain self-control, and to be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. I do think you're cutting the cord here. I think you're no longer being the nice guy anymore. You're done being nice. You're done giving. You're like, I'm taking back my power, and if it means throat cutting you, I'm going to throat cut you, whatever it takes to get out of this unhealthy situation. So let's get you a closing message with the Crystal Stone deck. So you very well could be dealing with a Taurus. I feel strong Taurus. We got water, we got Pisces, we got air, we got fire. But the big message is I think you want more from life than whatever this relationship experience has brought in. And I think it's been very uncomfortable, very discomforting. And maybe it's kind of kept you in your comfort zone, but the energies are telling you to speak your truth with turquoise. And so it's time to get it out. I think you're about to go AWOL. You're about to lose your cool, because I think you've stayed silent for so long. And so I think it's like open mic night, and it's just like, you need to speak up. You need to speak out and speak up, because I think you've been feeling so disconnected, and you've got something to express to this person. So get it out, claim your space, and explore your hidden depths. So we get jet. I heard I'm leaving on a jet plane. And so I think it's time to clear your space, clear your physical space. I think this person brings all of these unwanted bad juju vibes into your energy field, into your home. And I think maybe it's time to ask for guidance from elsewhere. Stop asking that social group for guidance, because a lot of people put their 2 cents in, and they have no idea what goes on behind those closed doors. And so take the edge off, go and meditate. You might want to get some moldavite or some serpentine crystals to work with, but I do feel maybe it's time to reach out to an old wise friend, or maybe it's time to book in a guided tarot session or healing session with somebody. But I think maybe you're overly empathic, and you need to ground. You need to ground, because I think this connection really has affected you, but I think it's toxic. There's some toxic energies here that you need to piece out from, that have created all kinds of tension. And so you very well could be dealing with a Leo, but I feel something here is materialistic and vain. At the same time, craving. It's like you're always craving something more. Somebody here is always craving something more. And it's like you're digging yourself up out of this hole with like a spiritual shovel, because this person's like put you in a prison of worry, indecision. Like I said, cognitive dissonance, 2 opposing viewpoints. And so dive deep into your truth, because I think somebody here just likes to chase shiny things. And then they're all done with the shiny things once they get somebody where they want them. And then they really stop giving. And so there's something here very shallow that does need to be released, Capricorn. And that's kind of what I got for June. So I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.